So thank you for joining me for this 10-minute glute workout for runners, so we can run stronger and be more efficient when we run as well, and to avoid injuries. So that's all said and done. You're going to need a band for the first one. If you haven't got a band, I will put an exercise up in the corner that you can do. Okay, if you have, we're just going to put the band just above the knees. Okay, so it's just nice and comfortable through here. We're just going to go into the side walks to start off with. So again, we're just going to be roughly about hip width apart with the feet. We're going to hinge from the hips, so you're in that quarter squat position, shoulders back and down. And then from here, we're just going to step out nice and strong, nice and easy, keeping that spine in that nice neutral position. And again, we're driving out with the knee and then taking it back. Good. So as you can see with this one, just make sure that your feet stay underneath the knees and that we're pushing out from the knees so we don't collapse inwards, pushing out nice and strong. And then take it back. Nice. Oh, starting to feel that already. Good. And then take it back and relax. Right, so the next one we're going to do is the monster walk, so kind of like a diagonal. So from here, feet hip width apart, hinging from the hips again, spine nice and neutral. We're just going to step out diagonally from here, again pushing out with the knees, step it back in and then out to the other side. Let's go. So you really start to feel this now in the hips, in your glutes. And again, just stay nice and focused, really pushing out with those knees. And shake it out. Nice. Right, let's take this band off. That's the first one done. So the next one, we're going to go into the hip hike. So you might want to be supported with something, or you might want to be on a step or a box. Today I'm just going to be on the ground. So we're just going to place the foot through, the weight through the left foot, micro bend the knee, and then from here we're just going to bring the heel up towards the buttock, so we're bending from the knee, nice and tall from the crown of the head. And then from here, we're just going to drop this hip down towards the ground and then just bring that hip back up, really pushing through the leg that's on the ground and then taking it back down nice and controlled. So work with that range of motion that you have. So for some, it might only be an inch, half an inch. For some, it might be a little bit bigger. And again, just think about the quality of that movement as we're coming through, nice and strong. And again, if you want to make it harder, you can do this just balancing and really start to work through those glute muscles nicely. Good, and shake it out. Right, we're going to switch sides. So onto the right leg now. So placing the weight through the right leg, micro bend that knee, just keep that knee in that same position. We're just going to bring the heel of the left leg up towards the buttocks, and now from here nice and tall, and then we're just again just pushing through that leg and then bringing the hip down, and then as you push through the leg, bringing that hip up. So you should really start to feel that you're working through this side body here. As you're pushing through the leg, you're feeling the glutes start to activate, the hips start to activate as you draw this hip up towards the sky. Good, and shake it out. Right, so we're going to come on to our back next. So we're going to come into the one-legged bridge. So again, spine nice and neutral on the mat, heels close towards the buttocks, feet hip width apart. Relax the head down so the spine's in that nice neutral position. We're going to bring one leg up to tabletop, and then we're just going to drive that hip up towards the ceiling and take it back down nice and controlled. So exhale as we come up, inhale as we come back down. And again, your main focus is keeping these hips nice and level as we're driving up. And we're not allowing the leg to move, so we don't swing the leg so momentum takes over. We're just driving the hip and the leg up towards the ceiling or the sky if you're outside. And then take those glutes down. We're going to just take that leg down, bring the other leg up to tabletop, engage your core, spine nice and neutral. And again, just driving that hip up towards the sky. Keeping those hips nice and level. Good, again, staying with that breath, getting that full range of motion. And just as the glutes touch down on the ground, just driving them back up. And ease it off, nice, and then take it down. Right, so that's round one done. So we're just going to go into round two. So we're going to come up onto our feet and just get the band again. That's okay. And then from here again, this band is just going to go just above the knees. And then again, we're just going to come to one side. And again, we're just going to hinge to just sit down into that half squat or quarter squat position, spine nice and neutral. And then from here, driving out with that knee and not allowing this knee to collapse inwards either. Just staying nice and strong. Good. And again, think about the spine nice and neutral, shoulders back and down still as we're working through the glutes. I like to put my hands in the prayer position. It just puts the scapula and the shoulders in that nice position. And ease it off, nice. So we're going to just step it back. We're going to come back into our monster walks, feet hip width apart. And then again, we're just coming up diagonal and forward, and then diagonal and forward with the other leg. And again, really working through those glutes. Again, the knees are not collapsing inwards. You're pushing away with both glutes at the same time. And you really feel that start to activate through those glutes. Whew. I can feel it already. Oh, hopefully you can too. And ease it off, shake it out, nice. So we're going to come back into our hip hikes. So again, coming onto that left leg, micro bending that knee, keeping it there, just lifting the other foot up, heel towards the buttocks, and then again just taking that hip down towards the ground and then driving it back up and back down. So again, nice and controlled, staying with your breath. So you're not rushing this movement, it's nice and easy. I really feel like you're driving through this foot that's on the ground. It's really bringing this hip up. You should really feel it on that side. Good, and then shake it out, coming on to the other side. So again, get your balance first. on that right leg, micro bend that knee, and then again just bringing the heel up towards the buttocks, and then again we're just going to come down and back up. So again, you can do this off a step if you're indoors or if you have a box with you. I'm just bending the knee and just working through this hip, same movement, focusing on the same area. Oof, nearly there, one more, and ease it off, good, shake it out. Right, so back onto our backs, we're going to come into our one-legged bridge. So again, spine nice and neutral, heels close towards the buttocks, feet hip width apart, knees in line with the hips, engaging the core, and then taking one leg up to tabletop and then drive up nice and strong. And again, we're really focusing on the quality of the movement and the flow of the movement as well. So we're not rushing it. Everything's nice and controlled. The muscles are doing the work. Good, and then place the glutes down, place one foot down again in line with the hip, close towards the buttocks. Take the other leg up to tabletop, engage that core, spine nice and neutral to start off with, and then again we're just going to drive through that hip nice and strong and then take it up. So again, with that knee, make sure it's not collapsing inwards or coming out to the side. It's staying in line with that hip. Everything's nice and strong. We're just driving forward, or should I say up towards the ceiling. And take the hips back down, take the foot down, and then we are done. Well done. So thank you for joining us today for this workout. If you want to combine it with a bit of core workout to get the full spectrum of the core and the glutes working, there will be a video to follow along to just here. So yeah, follow on to that, and that will give you the full package. If you are short on time, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.